What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Fakes. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screeners to this entire new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Okay, here's what's strange about this so-called teen comedy. Fakes is not funny, the humor is dry, the characters are annoying, they're always shouting and screaming and yelling, and they're super duper Canadian with all their sorry, sorry, sorry pounding in your head. And yet, I could not look away. I was glued to the screen the entire time. It's as if I was hypnotized by their shamelessness and persistence. Every time they chicken out, they find a reason to go at it again. I guess it's in the same way that we cheer for heists or bank robbers in the movies. There's just something quirky about these two girls that makes me want to see them get away with their crime. Now, Fakes takes a bit of time to find its footing, but once the threat arrives and the walls start closing in, that's when the story becomes gripping, despite it constantly missing the mark comedy-wise. Each episode goes back and forth between Becca and Zoe, telling you their side of their shared turn of events. Sometimes they remember something similarly, and sometimes they have conflicting recollection of what happened, in that they want themselves to look good and make the other person look bad. I mean, holy moly. This is a very topsy-turvy friendship story that's not about the destination nor the reward, but more about the process or the tribulations. Written, showrun, and executive produced by David Turco, Fakes is the story of two best friends who accidentally built one of the largest fake ID empires in North America. They move into a downtown penthouse, have more cash than they know what to do with, and then get raided by the feds. One of them goes to jail, the other doesn't. This is the story of their ultimate betrayal, told through each of their point of views with regular fourth wall breaks. This is a comedy drama with two unreliable narrators who are both competing for the last word, starring Amelia Baranak, Richard Harmon, and Jennifer Tong. Is it an acquired taste to enjoy Canadian comedy? Well, it depends. Schitt's Creek seems to be widely and generally accepted as funny, whereas something like Letterkenny or Shoresy, well, those require you to be a little weird and to have a thicker skin, because their insult comedy is brazenly off the charts. Now, Fakes, on the other hand, writer-showrunner David Turco seems to revel in the chaos and the panic whenever the girls are in way over their heads, trying to not get caught before strategizing together on each episode. It may land with some audiences, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. Too bizarre, too noisy, too frantic. But as I implied earlier, I appreciate the fact that the process of making fake IDs is a trial and error throughout the entire season. So these girls are not some kind of Mary Sue who crack it wide open in under just one episode. On top of which, they also got a third wheel, a hustler named Trist, who, just like them, also finds himself having to fight back against unexpected circumstances along the way. Now, the dramas regarding the families of both Becca and Zoe are tragic and very well developed. I mean, credit where credit is due. What this show lacks in its ability to make you laugh, it makes up for in its ability to make us understand why they feel like they need to continue committing this crime. Maybe it's a newfound purpose. Maybe it's for the validation they couldn't find at home. Maybe it's ego trip. Or maybe it's economic and social pressure, or maybe all of the above. But you can make your own judgment based on the troubles they're facing with their parents, their siblings, and even each other. Sometimes I can't quite tell if what these two girls have is toxic or compatible, but finding that out is partly the reason why I stay seated till the final episode. Again, despite it failing to get me rolling on the floor.